My name is Michael DeAndrea. I'm a professor in the College of Education at UH. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the problem of institutional racism, which is really a manifestation of what's going on here, but is coming through individuals' voices. What we see is the next wave of the civil rights, human rights movement is to move into litigation and having departments like the Hawaii Civil Rights Commission, the Federal Commission for Civil Rights, investigate the complex problem of institutional racism. I've been studying it for the last 20 years and have been active in this community and also on the continental U.S. So I'd like you to consider possibly with the television programming that you do to get the word out. We just filed a second complaint with the dean at the College of Education with a number of complaints against him. He was forced to resign recently, and we are in the process of filing a complaint about institutional racism at UH in general with the Federal Commission of Civil Rights. We tried to approach Denise Conan, and she shut us down. She just kind of said, I'm very satisfied with what's happening in the College of Ed as it is. So we have a formal grievance with the union, and we have a complaint going to the Federal Commission. So I just wanted to update you because it's really tied into what's going on here today.
So like, are you tenured?
Yes.
Obviously, okay.
Yeah. But having done this work for 17 years here at UH, 30 years in my life, I was not tenured when I continued my work on white racism. And I was voted down 2-3 to get tenure, not to get tenure. At that time, there was another dean who saw the value of the social justice work we're doing and superseded their vote.
So just in case, just in terms of what is going on over here with the thing around statehood and the Hawaiians' resistance to that history.
Yes.
The comments that were being made by several people, that I think I heard Sandra Burgess talk a little bit about how Hawaiians were like the Arabs, like
yes.
They were like we were terrorists.
Yes.
And all of that. Is that a kind of institutionalized racism, that comment?
Yeah, and one of the things that's important from a psychological perspective is that Sandra and other folks that were speaking from the perspective of white imperialism, white racism, they have been indoctrinated to a certain perspective. My take on it is they're not lying consciously.
Yes.
What they're doing is articulating information that they have integrated from the institutions, their churches, their schools, their families, their community organizations. So what we're doing now, rather than targeting individuals, are trying to target institutions like the University of Hawaii, the College of Education, and organizations like that. I think that's the long hope to bring justice and self-determination for not just the native people of Hawaii, but indigenous people in the continental U.S. and around the world.
Yes, I think that's excellent, because one of the things we try to do is to get people aware that what is happening in Hawaii is really reflected everywhere.
Yes.
It's not even about Hawaii, but it's playing out in front of our face, so now it's about Hawaii now.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I tried to point out to is his name Gotfield, or there's a guy with a flag there who's pretty popular at these things, who talked about white privilege and how he is standing in a perspective that guarantees his unearned privileges. And he said to me, well, you're a white man, and you must be the recipient of those privileges. And I said, I am. And that's why you and I as white men need to come on the side of self-determination and justice for Native Hawaiians.
Yes.
And he was asking, was I willing and ready to forfeit my privileges? I said, if we're going to form a just society, we have to capitulate our privileges.